You've got mail. I wonder if I'm still on the Ozzy playlist. I'll have to see. They play a lot of Ozzy songs. All right. What's going on tonight? I think I got a headache from all the air conditioning today. Drying out the air. It's pushing 90 degrees today outside. It's brutal. It's brutal out there. Welcome, welcome. I think that's what they say. I think that's what streamers say. They're having a little fun with a stage 5 hacker last night. I think I raced him about maybe 10 or 12 times. I think I beat him about half because he couldn't. I don't know. Maybe his hacks weren't working too good, or maybe he turned it down to make it look more realistic. Because he was running stage 5 in a Skyline, which, I mean, if you run stage 5 in a Lambo, you'd probably be easily in the 5.3s. So you have to get a car that's not going to give you HK every race, I guess. And that just going up a stage, you might not even have to change your tune. But I don't know, what else it does besides just if it just gives you more horsepower. Oh, he started out running like a 542 in a Skyline, which is stupid fast. Can't run that in the Skyline. And then he was getting a little bit slower and slower. So I thought I'd have a little fun with him. And I took one of my Lambos out, and I was able to beat him about half the races. I haven't actually seen. I can't remember the last hacker I've seen since all the updates. I think I saw a stage 500. I mean, I've seen some like some glitch and some different things, but I don't know. I don't want to bring it. I don't want to bring attention to hackers and glitchers unless it's at the time when I have to be racing them. Because I mean, they have to. Well, It's one of those, it is what it is things. There's always going to be stuff happening in games. And then the devs have to try and do something about it. We got Jug RX out here. He's on a custom track. Assuming that's the real Jug RX from YouTube. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about this headache. Because I don't really like taking aspirin. I might have to, though. Got Blaze out here in the Lambo. I don't think I turned on my speaker yet. That's one solution to racing the Lambo. Just don't turn on your speaker. Let's see how we do. Not sure if you guys still hear that. I think you guys still get the sound. Pretty slow times for both of us on that one. I think I got better shifts on that one. Yep, 451. So we'll have to see if we get red lights tonight. How that goes. Those are good shifts again. The 20 RT. I don't know why it keeps going. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, you'll still get the game sound. Because it still plays through the stream, but I have to turn my speaker on here. And there he is. Hello, Mr. El Mohan. What's going on? Got an OG in the chat. I'm not gonna be racing Lambos all night. I kind of just wanted to go through them and See if there was one I could get rid of, maybe. One or two I can get rid of if I need to. Maybe I'll put for sale signs on them. That guy wasn't having it. He had the prestige car. Might as well race it, but I mean, you come into a race with a car with 16-inch tires on it. I just want to see where these cars shift to. Oh, that was a wasted 544. Because I wasn't really paying attention to the RTs because it was pretty much an automatic win. So between these two, those are probably going to be the number 1 and 2 cars, I think. Although this one with the jacked up version, that one's been known to make some noise. Can't remember if this is okay, so the first two were turbo, right? I'm not sure what this one is. What's going on, Chevy? Just doing some Lambo testing here for my fleet. Got another Lambo. I'm not exactly sure where this. Okay, so this is turbo too. This car jacked up in the back like the kids used to do in the old days because the tires wouldn't fit. This car is an early shift car, I think. I know it'll go faster than that though. Let's see if there's anybody putting up any races here. The 24 by 21 is nice too because it's a little sneaky to where people may not know what it is because there could be the 24s you don't see too much anymore. Team AA, 27 by 18, what is that? I guess we'll race Blaze again. He seemed to want to keep racing. Yep, fun, lots of fun here, Chevy. That's what it's all about. Yeah, this car is definitely the early first shift car. It's quick though. 45. Oh, I forgot he wasn't he wasn't in the 5.4s, so, but he wants to race. I think this might have been my original Lambo when they first came out, and it's been changed a few times. Well, he got the red. I was wondering why he was right next to me. I didn't get that fast of a pass. Yeah, so there's another example of those people that ask you how you get so much money when you have somebody that doesn't want to, that just wants to keep racing and doesn't care, or if they're super rich. That was a long light. Threw me off. Got another 45 out of this one. So he got some money back at least. So I think that's going to be definitely in my top 3 cars. So then these last two, this one here, this one might even be kind of a clone of this one. But I think these last two are nitrous. So that's the thing, because I kind of like having turbo and nitrous, just to be different, I guess. These last two are kind of look the same though, so they're kind of hard to tell apart. Maybe I'll have to change the color a little. No, actually, this one in the, I'm trying to think, I think the other one was dark blue. Can't remember how this shifts. Yeah, this is an early shift car too. You got an 83 tree. He's not having that. Okay, so I'm kind of figuring out which ones of these cars are the ones that shift differently. Okay. I think this might have been my second Lambo, because I decided to build a nitrous car. And I just left it like that. I think this one might be the quick shifting one. This guy's got 30 by 10.5. Wonder how that works. It looks like it. Looks like his hasn't been decaled or anything. No, this one has an early shift too, I guess. I think this might have been, this might be the slow car. Oh yeah, because that is 24 and a half. I think this was the experimental car. I don't really need to save the decals because I think I have this on several cars. If I were to dump this one at some point. I think we can why is that so low on the windshield? That's pretty much how I mark my cars, that in case I need to make space, I just put them up for sale. But I think four Lambos is enough. I'd like to have 2 turbo and 2 nitrous though. Well, he went way up there for the burnout. So I think he burned his tires up even more. I think we're going to give him a head start. I didn't even see him leave. This car isn't yeah, he's like super laggy. Didn't update. I mean, this car is no slouch. But this has the 24 and a halves. All right. So let's take out some other stuff here. Take this out. Take this. Take this. Take this out. I don't know what else I have out there. Okay. take this out so we can struggle with it a little while. Alright, so that's going to be our lineup. See what we can do tonight. I had to think about what that was for a second. That was probably a wagon. That would have been a bad choice for me. There's a Lambo. And you're really raking in the cash, huh? A tune for what? The pickup truck? The 8th pickup truck? Yeah, those cars are pretty easy to tune, actually. You just I mean, I don't know if you know, like the old OG suspension that you could put on a lot of different cars. And then the first gear on them is always, I think it's always in the somewhere around like 77 to 81 or 82. And then if you want to go quarter, you know, they do about 240. And if you do 8th, they do about 193, I think. And then you just, you know, work the gear spread off of that. They've got that long first gear. They don't have that bump launch. But I mean, you can make them do it though, I think, depending how you set up the bars and stuff. Yeah, so you're friends with someone with AA. I've raced those double A. I've raced some double A guys, assuming that they weren't just using their name. And I've seen some pretty bad glitch passes from the double A, assuming it was actually them. And I know that I've seen them way up on the leaderboard with some crazy numbers before. But that, you know, that's all just, what do you call it? What's up, Corey? That's all circumstantial evidence, I guess you call it. I can only go by what I see. You want that pickup tune? What are you trading? These tunes on these cars from version 178, if you look back about a year, if you see tunes that are about a year old, I think you'll see all of the cars from version 187 that all came out with the with the F-150, you'll see a lot of those are have the same kind of similar tune to them, especially the suspension. $100K. Do I look like I need money? What's going on, Jamie? I can show you this real quick. And you might even be able to do better in the 8th in this. I've never really retuned it. This is probably a very old tune. But it's, so what is it? Pro Charger. I know a lot of these use torque arm or 4-link. And then they're all going to be 35s with the big wheels. And back then, the minimum was 25. So if you were to go 24 on this, it might even be better. You see the Pro Charger glitching through the tire. I don't know if these wheels are way in or not. Oh, okay, yeah, so the wheels can come out. Maybe they didn't have the clearance like they do now. So the tune is pretty... Oh no, actually, yeah, these cars are lower on the first gear, I think. Like 73 to... I don't know if they were like 70 to 75 on the first gear. And then you just see, you know, it goes up to 193, and then the typical looking spread on the gears, pretty much. And the suspension on these is usually pretty much flat. And then it's always going to be, you know, 7.2 on this, 70/20, and then, you know, you go from there. And add some bump to the front. Those are pretty short bars too. And then they have the weight set real far back. You probably don't even need delay on these either. Can't remember how it launches. Yeah, I remember when I used to run this thing, I was shifting in at really early shifts on the later shifts. But I don't think it gets through the gears as quick as it used to. You gotta turn up the volume a little. .363. Yeah, see, these things don't RT very good. I think you could get this in the 3.5s. Probably don't even need a delay on this. Yep, no problem. And if you, like I said, if you go on YouTube and you go back a year to version 187, you'll see there's about maybe 5 or 6 cars that would all run like similar tunes to this. But usually you see quarter tunes. You're not going to really see eighth tunes out there too much. Because, I could probably put setup gears for a quarter in this, and it would run pretty close to the same time that I can run in the eighth. I'm not really like an eighth tuner though. .364. Yeah, I see the Mohan. Yeah, this is just an eighth car that I used to have. I don't know if I have a quarter F-150 anymore. Imagine they'll buff it eventually. Yeah, see what you can do with the Gray Ghost. Like I said, I haven't touched that tune in a long time, so those things will 60 though. If you can get it into the 7s on the 60 foot. Because a lot of the American cars, even if they're buffed, they're not. A lot of them aren't in the 7s and the 60. So, something like that would kind of be competitive with even, stuff that would be faster in the quarter. Because you might be able to stay with them through the eighth. Unless you're talking about like the obvious cars, like fastest cars. Thousand foot. Does anyone race 1,000 foot? Oh, I forgot this car. This car is loud, and it's an exotic. So if you want to race this thing, you have to race Lambos to get you. I gotta brush up on my Spanish. I don't know if it translated that right. You have that? You've got an R8 El Mohan? I think that's what you're saying. I don't know if you can understand. if you can understand what I'm saying when I'm answering him, though. But I don't want to try and have a conversation in Spanish because I'm gonna be lost. Yeah, you might be able to do a little bit more with that thing. Gray Ghost. You might be able to turn up first gear. You might be able to turn off the launch control. And those gears were just kind of, I think those gears were just kind of thrown together. You want to run, R8s? Let's see, what's this car? A wagon? Oh, a Z28 with big wheels. This could be a matchup. Alright, let's see how I am with my first gear. This is kind of the same shifts as the Skyline. I can always keep trying to hit. What? My purge button just got pushed. And I didn't do it. The hell, this again? My buttons are pushing themselves for some reason. Like I'm getting hacked into. Let's see, what can I have on that could be doing that? Got a bike. Yep, you're gonna get the Lambos. Oh, my game's lagging out. You only got a 48. Let's see, what could be the problem here? Try a test pass. Could be a Windows thing. Yeah, it looks like I need a little more hesitation in that first gear. Might have to restart my game. Could be freaking out. 28 by 21. TDC. Kind of messed up those gears. I still got him. Got him by 004. I really had to hesitate on those first couple of gears. Even more than the Skyline, really. I hesitated too much on that one. 56. We'll give him the tiebreaker. I know if I hit gears in this, I can almost get a 5-4. Ah, he caught me. I got a 51. That's pretty good. But he looks like he's figuring the car out. Time to dip out of there, because that's not. I mean, my Nissan Z is gonna can run a 46. So. Yeah, I've got an El Camino. I got all the old classics. So I got a 51 out of this. That's pretty good. That's a pretty challenging car, though, to shift at least the way mine is. Yeah, if you want, go ahead, put up a code. I haven't really used a lot of those cars that they buffed, because a lot of them are like in the mid fives, like these cars, this, what else? There should be a couple of more, I think. Kind of got them buried. That's the split bumper. This, I got a slow money. This car. There's the Elko. The game still seems like it's kind of laggy. I can't hear my car now. I think this thing will do a little better. It's got that bounce launch like the some of the other cars. The nose of this car gets up a little bit. Well, 58, the exact same time. All right, GG's. Yeah, that car was buffed, so that car will get into the 5.5s. I missed all those races. Yeah, I decided not to stream. Decided not to stream on Twitch. You run 5.4 in your R8. Is that what you're saying? I think I've run 5.4 maybe a couple of times, but I have a really hard time with the gears. And it seems like if I try to turn them up to try to get the thing to a little easier shift, it seems like I ruined the tune. All right, Chevy, take it easy. No one wants to race. I'm sure if I put up a Lambo, someone would probably race, or an exotic. Got TT Legend out here with his, I'm guessing, a Z28. I'm surprised he didn't jump in on my Evo. That first gear was really early. I still got a 53. That's going to be tough for one of those mid 5.5 cars to catch this, though. Because you have to make up 0.1 from the 60 foot. Those are a little better shifts. Yeah, see, this thing's pretty quick tonight. He got to 001. Oh, I only beat him by 009. That race was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. He really nailed that tree. He was coming. I got a 66 on the 60 foot. That always helps. Old reliable. One car I haven't really tried in a long time is my Eclipse. And I haven't tried any of my short tire imports either. could see if I can find it in my next cars I take out. So 10.5 car here. Number 3. He probably had no idea what this car was because of the tire size. Got my shift set time. Whoa. That's crazy. That's a crazy time. 479 out of the Evo. That 60 was crazy. That's either perfect shifts or I may have got a little help, but the last best was a 66 on the 60-foot too. So I just wanted to see what this thing looks like. And the front end just goes up a little bit on this. Voodoo's saying a GT40 can do low 5.4s or high 5.4s or low 5s. I've never seen one run that. Welcome to the stream. And when I see a GT40 run a 5.4, I'm going to be pretty shocked. Can't remember the last time I saw a GT. I was late on second on that one. Guys, bring in the Z28 versus my poor little Evo here. I got my shifts that time. How is that only a 52? What? That was not a 52. I got robbed. Your first 5-4 in a Z, and you had to run it against my Evo, huh? That's all right. I got a 479. Oh, I just look like it just changed songs when I skipped. No, it couldn't have. That wasn't the end of the song. I'm just gonna mute out this commercial. Yeah, like I said, I haven't seen any GTs. Maybe they rebuffed it. I don't know. Oh, I forgot I had this car out. I got a good 60 on that one. But I missed 5th and 6th. I was late on those. He wants to go again. I wonder if I should put the turbo back in this thing. Even though it might be harder to shift. I was real early on that first gear. It worked though. Got a 52. A little bit later, it might have been a better pass. Looked like he felt like he could go a little quicker. He went down from 60 to 55. Luckily, I got a good pass on that one. Yeah, that's the thing about the exotics. I mean, if the GT will do the low fives, high fours. That at least will give you a chance against Lambos because it's an exotic, so you're gonna get Lambos coming after you. So, but still, you're gonna, unless you run into a not that fast Lambo, then you're gonna have problems if you run into a fast one. By 15, what is that? That could be a GT, right? 30 by 15. That could be a GT. What else has 30, around 30 by 15? Probably not going to be a Ferrari because you can put bigger tires. McLaren. I'm trying to think how wide McLaren tires are. Here's the Lambo. What car am I in? No, I don't want to take up my R34 versus a Lambo. I can't believe they didn't turn the volume down on the Lambo and the R8. There's an NT. You guys know how I like racing the NT cars. Oh, I've raced this guy before. Man, I cannot hesitate in first gear. This car probably doesn't need a delay anymore either. He was way back there. I don't know what happened. Pretty nice decals. He's got the nitrous too. I think I hit my gears. No, only a 56. I didn't see where he was. He's running normal tire size and everything. Alright, I think we struggle enough in this. We can jump in our little beast here. I think I'm going to take a quick break here. Maybe if I get a little food, maybe that'll help with this headache a little bit. We've got mail. $1,000, that's all you got for me? Got the nitrous Z. Yeah, I had a nitrous one, but it seems like it is not quite as good as it used to be. I got that way too much traction on that one. This car's getting way too much traction. It's getting hitting way too good off the line. I'm getting double O's. That's not good. Yeah, I'm getting double O's, and the car's really getting the traction. So that's it's not going to be as quick as it should be. I'm sure my red's going to be the worst one. I got the traction right, but that 01 red, that's not. I don't know what that's all about. That's my first red light tonight, isn't it? Could have just been because it was a cold race or something. GG's. So Ghost is looking for a team out there. There's that NT. Oh, that's that one guy. There's another NT. Oh, I wanted to jump in there. He's only racing for 5K though, so you think if it was something sketchy, he'd probably race for more. Yeah, that's a shame that I can't turn on exotics in a couple of cars that I wouldn't mind taking on Lambos in, because the volume, I can't stand the volume. Even though I can turn it down on this without going into the game settings, and just so annoying. I don't know why they would leave it like that. I mean, if I had to guess, I would say when the team racers are racing, they're going to be racing Lambo versus Lambo, so they're going to have their volume down for it. And they don't have to worry about going out in the lobby and having to turn up their volume up and down all the time. I mean, yeah, you can turn it up and down on your phone. Is that the Like, is that the rationale between that? So, well, you can turn the volume down on your phone if it's too loud. Instead of just fixing the volume, I mean, it's got to be just changing the code from volume 10 to volume 5 or something. I don't understand. Let's go out to Key West. We got the Z28. Let's see if our Z's still red lights. I don't really care if I red light, to tell the truth. Close race. No, I guess it wasn't a close race. The game just made it look close. That was a good pass. See, it made us look like we were right next to each other, but then on the replay it corrects it for the lag, and then I beat him past the last garbage can, so I can't land it on the line. I beat him to the garbage cans. Those are actually, what do you call those things? The construction barrels. It's a race to the construction barrels. Let's try this on a Ville. Got Oz out here. Could be out here somewhere. Well, we got El Minero here in his Z. Z versus Z. Oh, I'm still on stack time. Oops. Technically, it is still snack time. I got a good launch there, but I messed up. I messed up all my shifts. That would have been that probably would have been a 5-4. He didn't get a good tree there. What did I get, an 0-2? What? That seemed like it was a faster pass. just feel like I'm afraid to red light all the time. That was a really long light, though. I don't know what the deal was with that. Unless he rebumped. Oh, there's a big one. 469. Maybe I'll race this car in the Ville. Maybe the Ville is the track. At least for this car. Oh, you found a new team, huh? I'm liking this car on the Ville. Might be okay on the 405 too. Just seems like it gets too much grip on Battle Creek. I got way too much grip on that one. Looks like he just left. It looked like he didn't get a very good run either on that one. That could have just been a bad track. We're still holding the number 3 spot. Not a lot of big dogs in here, though. A lot of people in the 5.4s. I missed them again. Okay, that's the guy I raced. That light kind of snuck up on me. Or maybe it was something happened because he didn't get a very good tree either. Looks like it's kind of slow right now. You got the old school vet here. The shifts on this thing are just crazy. Got the 47. He's still on 2380 version. Getting some good passes in the Z tonight. Oh, there's a bunch of people out there. Bunch of races. $2,200. Man, you're really putting work in on that, huh? I think I saw you out there. And that meta car. Yeah, I haven't been really making a lot of money lately because I've been taking a lot of viewer races and stuff. So I haven't been like going out there. Plus, when you're racing Lambos, you're not really going to make a ton of money either because there's going to be some fast ones out there. So. And my Z28 hasn't really been that fast for a while. So that's one less car. Although I don't really see a ton of Z28s running 5.4s. I see a lot of them running 5.5s, like little 5.5s. Looks like we got some racing going on at XRP. I don't know if I can handle watching and racing at the same time. Well, I mean, there's a lot of cars that you don't see, but usually the cars I see are Z28, Audi wagon, imports here and there, a lot of Lambos. What else do I see a lot of? Pretty much the cars you'd expect See a lot of box novas. What else do I see? Let's go into the garage, take out some cars. Yeah, I wanted to try my yeah, you don't ever really see any of the exotics except for the Lambo. I feel like racing my Nissan Z more because it seems like it's pretty fast. Okay, we got one more spot. I did want to try, if I still have it, I wanted to try an Eclipse. I wonder if I sold it. Those are going to be way down at the bottom of the garage here. So I have this one. This car used to be a good car. This used to be a 5.4 car. These ones on 26s. Then I got another Porsche on 26. I got an Evo on 26 probably. Got another Porsche that I bought because I thought it was a different car. So that's pretty much the bottom of the pile there. I know this car shifts a little differently than the imports that I've got with 29s. There's a Lambo. See if someone will put up a race here. Yeah, plus I'm always racing Pro Tree. I imagine there's other cars out there on full tree. Let's race this. Someone snatched it up. So it looks like there's people out here grabbing races still. Let's get back on Battle Creek. We got the Z. See, this car is going to be a little different shift than my other imports. Let's see if I can remember where it is. Actually, I shifted it this pretty much the same way. Didn't get a very good tree. I think the think the delay on this car is probably turned up a little higher. Yeah, this first gear is different than my other imports. He wants to keep trying. Let's see if I can hesitate on that first gear a little more. This is one of my Paul Walker tribute cars. Yeah, this car's just not quite. I wonder if I could turn up first gear on this thing. I could probably even go skinnier tires to try and get this thing to get out of the hole better. Oh, did he send a message? Yeah, that second shift was way too late. We were both at pretty slow passes there, though. Let's see. Yeah, this delay needs to go way down. Yeah, sometimes you get people out there that are just making test passes and they just want to test it. Let's see if we can do like a quick fix to this. Just by doing that. Let's see, will these go bigger? No, these only take 19s. I don't know if this will improve this car or not. Let's see if this first gear will be a little quicker now. Well, his Z28 was coming. Was quicker, but the car wasn't quicker. Quicker shifts, but not quicker car. Did I take too much off the delay? Got a 53 out of it with a better 60 on that one because I shifted a little bit earlier. He got a 48. I guess that's all he wanted. That's that guy I raced. Yeah, my GT40 is not nothing special. It's got the no bar tune. The game feels like it's a little laggy. Oh, jeez. No, it's fine. Yeah, see, this car is loud too. I don't know why all the exotics are loud. And that tree. Yeah, my 60 is my 60 on this thing is just not what I need. I'm losing a lot on that. It was a little better 60, but all right, good races. I'm not gonna take any more hits on that car. I gotta figure out the gears definitely need work on that, I would say, because I got a 920 60, but the gears don't really seem to work right on that. So I could try messing with the gears a little bit. I'm going to turn the delay up in this car a little bit. I'm going to test pass against Ghost. So we got, what, a 53 in this? Wonder how we can get this a little lower. Seems like my game's lagging. The game was super laggy on that pass. I don't know why. I think I'm going to restart the game. Okay, so let's see how many people there actually are out here. And we'll change it to, so most people are running quarter. A lot of heads up. Prep. So it's really just the tree that people use a lot of different trees. Guess we'll check out some no prep on XRP. See what's going on over there while we look for races. What car am I in again? Well, that's that guy. Let's see, so what else? Looks like they're running junior dragsters at XRP right now. Yeah, turn the volume a little for that GT. Let's turn it back up. That's pretty much the same shifts as my like my Porsche and my Evo with a different tire size, but it just doesn't seem to hit the numbers. The 60 is pretty good. But I think maybe the shorter tires just don't really cut it. They can't really get down the track as good. We got the ZL1 and the 31s. So it doesn't look like I have another Eclipse. I must have gotten rid of them. Yeah, see this car? It's about the same 60 as the Eclipse, but it just gets down there a little quicker. Yeah, if this is a fast Z28, we're going to have to make a good pass in this Porsche. He's coming. Yeah, we only got a 53 in that. He just barely beat us, though. I was looking for my wheel size. I don't think so. See if I can get a better pass. You can pretty much tell the wheel size just by looking at the car. Pretty much. It's pretty obvious what wheel size is on my car just by looking at it. I'm not hitting my second gear. No, I'm not getting good passes against that guy. .3D printing. Yeah, it's pretty quiet out here tonight. Let's see, did he come jump in my race or did I jump in his? All right, let's take this thing out. Player one. Yeah, maybe people are figuring out the Lambos. The more time goes on, maybe they're figuring out how to get them a little lower. And then eventually they have to nerf it again because whatever they're doing doesn't seem to be working because the car is so broken. Can't remember, he jumped in my race? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, see, the thing that they changed about the game that I'm wondering about is they unlocked the FPS. So because these newer phones, they'll run 120 120 FPS, maybe more. I know my phone will run 120 FPS. I don't know if the iPhone will run more, and then the refresh. So you have those things that you can turn up. So that's going to make the game run faster. So then what you can do is that's going to change how your cars run. So then you could probably make the adjustment to where maybe your car will run better, be faster at the higher FPS. Because you know, like say my tunes, if I run a tune, because I run at 60, so if I run a tune at 120, the game's going to run faster, and it'll probably make my car more like it'll more of a chance to spin, just because of, you know, the game is running faster. So then you could change your gearing back, and maybe your suspension, so that the car would grip better at that higher FPS, and then maybe your car would be faster. That's the only that's the thing that I'm thinking. Because after they nerfed the thing a couple of times, I didn't really see anyone running better than around the mid 5.4 range. But I'm seeing these 42s and 43s, 41s. So I don't really know what to make of it. But it just seems like I haven't seen anything else faster though. Just Lambo. So it just seems like a car that you can just keep getting it back to where it ran before. And whatever they did, it wasn't enough. If they start running 5.3s again. Let's see. Okay, I'm not going to run that Maverick in that car. That won't be an even matchup. Let's see how my Maverick's working tonight, if I can shift it. I'm actually watching drag racing and have it in one of my earbuds, so it might be a little distracting watching and playing at the same time. Only 554. Pretty close. Same, pretty much same everything, except for the tree. I think I'm going to turn that volume down. I don't remember if I changed this car to 34s in the back. If I had originally had 35s on it. I know I changed something though on this to get it more consistent. And the game just lagged out again. For some reason, getting lag. I don't know what's going on. Looks like I dropped some frames there. I don't know if there's anything I can do with that. Alright, good races. Yeah, I think I changed this car slightly, but I think I could probably change it back. Because I made it, I think I made it a little more consistent, low fives, but I think I gave up the occasional 5.4 in this thing that I used to get to try and make it easier to shift. Yeah, it seems like it's just a little off the pace. Let's look at my bars real quick. Trying to think of what I did. Seems like I'm still able to shift it. I guess I'll just leave it there for now. Could be a gear thing too. Oh, we got the Bandit Camaro out here. I can't remember if that car comes like that. got a 51 out of it. Yeah, his car looked a little jerky, herky-jerky out there with the yellow bars. Yeah, he's definitely... There are a lot of people with the yellow bars out here these days. Another 51. I think I'll leave those bars there. I got that 760 foot too. That guy with that Lambo's still out there. See if there's any Facebook news. I don't know why the game would post about a bug with the Pro Charger where it sticks it like way out in front of the, stretches it way out in front of the car for some reason. I don't know why would they even... They're like, hey, here's a funny bug for you guys. I don't know what they're thinking of. I'm thinking this. We're gonna make this a short stream tonight. Seems like it's pretty dead out there. Let's see what this double A guy runs. Oh, he's got the Monte Carlo out here. He's only running for 100, so maybe trying to stay away from the Z28s, I guess. I didn't get a good first shift on that one. Got a 53. think that was about the same. That Monty's not gonna really compete with the Superbird though. Which car? What? Well, that's weird. How's there? No, they were just showing a. They were just a post on Facebook with some kind of bug with the Pro Charger where it like sticks way out in front of the car for some reason. But I don't know why they're posting that on Facebook. Like like it's like it's something to celebrate or something. Like, here's a bug. Check out this cool bug. You want to get rid of bugs. You don't want to. It's like the same thing when they made a joke about the Lambo being like a rocket because it was overpowered and running 5.3 and getting HKs. So they're like putting up a post. This Lambo we made it too fast and it's like a rocket. When the car was technically broken. It's like, why are you making posts about that? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, make a post about something good about the game. I don't understand this game. Make a post about a new feature in the game, like being able to race a different way besides the lobby. This song is crazy. God. Can't pull up the global. If you want to if you want to fix something, fix the global chat, or moderate it or something. Let's see some of the comments. Why can't I delete my post? Oh, because I don't think I'm actually, I don't think I actually joined this Facebook page. Let's see what some of the comments are on this page. And somebody put up a post that they're dropping new cars while the day ones are forgotten, but I think they meant to say while the old ones are forgotten. And then he names all the cars that are so slow, but of course there's no reply to that. So I guess this is a C6 they're going to put into the game, is what they're showing. Another Corvette. How many Corvettes do we need? Yeah, it looks kind of slow out here, so maybe we'll just wrap it up here with some Lambos. I'm sure there's Lambos out here. There's always Lambos out here. Oh, we got a bike though. Now my game's lagging though. I might have to restart this. Totally restart this. Yeah, I'm not even going to finish this race. Yeah, that weird thing with the joystick and Let's see. Could be that I just have too much stuff running right now. Seems like it's okay now. Red bars out of the left lane here. Got a 45 right out of the chute. What car am I in? This one. Maybe I'll try making a Lambo with 27s on it on my other phone and turn up my turn my FPS up, unlock it in the game. See if I can get it to run any faster. I got an old 77 tree. He probably won't race me again though. You beat a Lambo, you might as well take the money and run. All right, so we're gonna call it here. Last race. Last race if it's a good one. Got these junior dragsters running 790 index in the 8th. Got Daddy Dave out here. I remember Daddy Dave was I think he was racing the dev on the live stream. But I don't know who this is. I was late on both those shifts. Now that my game's running a little, seems like my game's running a little better. Alright, girls, take it easy. Yeah, I'm getting ready to sign off here. No, my game's lagging again. No, I'm not racing this. What the heck is this? Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. My game, for some reason, was lagging. Could be something on my end here with the stream or something. So we're gonna wrap it up early here. So thanks for the views, and we'll see you guys next time.